These Eyewitness News. This is breaking news.
The Jefferson Parish Sheriff says the suspect accused of killing two former co-workers at a shipyard is now dead.
Sheriff Joe LaPinto says deputies shot and killed the man after a manhunt on the West Bank. That all started at around 1 this afternoon at FMT Shipyard in Harvey, and it ended at a Manhattan Boulevard apartment complex that was just a few miles away from there. And that is where Mike McDaniel starts our team coverage of the deadly incident. Mike.
Hey there, ladies. That suspect was killed after a shootout with officers here at this apartment building just behind me at St. Germain Apartments in Harvey. Sheriff Joe LaPinto says during an attempt to run, he started firing at officers, so deputies started firing back. Some of the bullets even going into neighboring apartments. Thankfully, no deputies, no residents were injured in that, so there's some good news there. But thankfully, it took about 2 hours for officers to really track him to this apartment complex after they say he shot and killed two men at FMT Shipyard, which is about 3 miles from here. The sheriff says the suspect was recently fired from his job at the shipyard and showed up unannounced today before targeting two co-workers he directly worked with. The sheriff wasn't sure about any type of confrontation between the workers that may have led to the shooting. Now, after the suspect left the scene at the shipyard, the sheriff says his mom picked him up and actually brought him to this apartment complex. The sheriff says the mom had no idea what had happened, and the end result was another tragedy.
You know, obviously it's a sad outcome for some family here, but it's a lot sadder for the two that were killed on Peters Road, and I'm glad we had a good outcome.
Investigators are now looking at surveillance video from the shipyard as well as body cam video from the officers who were on scene during that shootout. The authorities did not release the victims' identities or the suspect's identity. That information will come from the coroner. Live in Harvey, Mike McDaniel, Eyewitness News. Ladies.
Mike, thank you so much. Now, as we said, we have team coverage of the deadly shooting as we look into what may have led up to the incident.
An official for FMT Shipyard just issued a statement a few moments ago calling the shooting tragic and saying their thoughts and prayers are going out to the victims and their families. And we have spoken with some of the other employees at the shipyard on Peters Road in Harvey, and Eleanor Tabone is joining us live now with more on that part of the story. Eleanor?
That's right, Katie and Charisse, here at FMT Shipyard. Now, this is where the shooting occurred, where this suspect allegedly shot two people. It's just a 7-minute drive away from the apartment complex where that suspect was shot by police. Now, we got here at shift change just before 3:30 this afternoon, and we spoke to one employee that says today was his last day. This shooting was the reason why he's leaving his job here. Take a listen.
I just started working here.
When did you start?
I ain't even worked here a week. And there's a 2-minute shot?
Yeah. You gonna stay?
Negative. I got my box in the back. No. Why risk your life? I'm driving an hour and a half.
Oh.
I'm a single dad.
Katie and Charisse, now when we arrived, a lot of employees appeared to be leaving. Now that employee told us the only people that are still left here are foremen and managers. Reporting live, Eleanor Tabone, Eyewitness News.